Hey guys, it's Ian at SS8000 Cars and welcome to the mess at Frankfurt, where today is the first press day for the Frankfurt Motor Show. Okay guys, big launch is the new Land Rover Defender. The original Defender was delivered in two guises, 3-door 90 and a 5-door 110. And Defenders have gone all over the world and have been used in the most difficult terrain over a period of 20, 25, 30 years. So this is the new Defender. It's a huge launch for Jaguar Land Rover. This. It's the first time I've seen the styling outside where it's been disguised. Quite squared off, but I like that. I think it's a good balance of utilitarianism and also ruggedness. You know, the whole idea of this car is it's got to last, it's got to go anywhere. It's got to have the best four-wheel drive system, all-terrain response system of any of the cars out there. And it's modern. Not quite sure about this. I'm sure there's a reason for that. So not a huge amount of room behind the rear seats, but that was the same with the previous version. I like the lights. I think the lights are very, very modern. And this is the 110. Sitting in it, I mean, it's very modern inside. I mean, but still provides you with that utilitarian type look. So you've got the grab handles in front of the passenger seat. This one is obviously an automatic. There will be a selection of diesel and petrol engines for the car on sale when it goes on sale. Looks like climate control, and the idea of the third seat here, Chris, is interesting. So you could put somebody across here. I mean, it's going to be somebody quite small, I suspect, but still, it's a very interesting concept. And then a big MMI satellite navigation system in the center console. So it's very modern. I have to say, I'm very, very impressed with this. Like it. I always liked the previous Defender. Have you taken pictures of the back? Always like the previous Defender, and I think this one is just taking it to the next level. I think it's really smart. I'm really not sure about that blank panel that you get on the see the suspension going up there. Obviously, complete controllable in terms of the air suspension, certainly allowing you to have whatever ride height you want. Coming back to the blank panel, apparently that is a style feature, but I would have thought if you were sitting in the back of the seats, it would be a bit restricting for you. This probably has the biggest wheels and tyre combination, I suspect, on the car. But I think Land Rover are absolutely justifiable in being pleased with themselves. I think this is a fabulous looking car. So I think the overall looks are extremely chunky. I think it really shows you that its intended purpose is to be the utilitarian vehicle that you can go anywhere in. And it'll live or die by how solid and how well made it is, I suspect, because clearly Land Rover haven't had the best of reputations in terms of reliability, and now we're in a position that hopefully this car will go a long way to rectify that. I've always liked the sort of the up-styling features, and you can see it's a tall car because you've got people of all, I'd say, around 6 feet standing next to it, and it's towering above them. The job done, I think, Land Rover. I think you've done an amazing job. I was a bit worried about this because I didn't know how they were going to follow on from what was such an icon. But I think they've done it. Very modern. I like it. I like it too. This is the 110, so the five-door version. Get a feel for its lines. Decent sized, but it's actually a decent sized car, isn't it? I mean, it's there's lots of room in it. And presumably with the electronic suspension that all Land Rovers have these days, you'll lose the loose steering. One of the problems with the older version, to give it the articulation you needed to go up mountains, in the articulation in the wheels, quite clearly it meant that the steering was a little bit vague, but I suspect the new one will do both. But the South African bush. But I quite like the dual tone. So I like the black against the matte metallic brown. I think it's really smart. I mean, I think it suits this type of vehicle. No, this is just, probably not, but I think from a, you know, it really looks like you could go anywhere in this car, doesn't it? I mean, it's just really, really good looking for this genre. I mean, you know, we're talking about chunky SUV. And this is interesting, the way they've the one behind you, they've sort of got as a delivery type vehicle. That's really smart. I like that. It's a decent amount of room in the rear, Chris, as I'll try and demonstrate. I quite like the finish on it as well. It's interesting. You see, the panels are behind you here, so it's really not a problem. But in the other one, if you're sitting with that, they're right there. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, it's nice. It's a decent amount of. I assume that this seat's quite far back as well, but it's a decent amount of room.